In a world drowning in corruption and violence, a world that had turned its back on God, one man stood apart, Noah. While humanity chose darkness, Noah chose to walk with the Creator. And that single choice was about to reshape the future of the world. One day God spoke to Noah, warning him of a great flood, a judgment to wash the earth clean of its wickedness. But in this judgment, God also offered a path of salvation for Noah and his family. The command was simple yet monumental. Build a massive ark, a vessel of a scale never before imagined. For years Noah labored. Day in, day out he hammered and sawed. The world around him mocked and jeered. They called him a fool, a madman building a ship on dry land. But Noah's faith was unshakable. He obeyed God's voice when no one else would even listen. When the ark was finally finished, a miracle unfolded. From every corner of the earth, animals began to arrive, drawn by an unseen hand. They came in pairs, lions and lambs, eagles and sparrows, great beasts and tiny creatures. They walked calmly into the ark, just as God had commanded. Finally, Noah, his wife, his sons, and their wives entered the safety of the vessel. And then, the Bible says, God himself sealed the door. The sky grew dark and the first drops of rain began to fall. Soon it was a drizzle, then a downpour, until the very heavens seemed to burst open. For 40 days and 40 nights, the rain was relentless. The waters rose, covering hills, then mountains, until the entire world was submerged. But amidst the raging storm, the ark floated safely. God was its captain, steering it through the chaos, protecting the promise of a new beginning. After many months, the waters slowly began to recede. Noah sent out a raven, then a dove. And one glorious day, the dove returned carrying a fresh olive leaf in its beak. It was a sign of life, a symbol of hope, a promise that the land was healing. The ark finally came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. As Noah and his family stepped out onto a clean new earth, their first act was one of pure gratitude. Noah built an altar and gave thanks to God for his deliverance. In response, God made a covenant, a sacred promise to all of humanity. He declared he would never again destroy the earth with a flood. And as a sign of this everlasting promise, he placed a rainbow in the clouds, a beautiful, vibrant arc of color, a reminder for all future generations of God's faithfulness, mercy, and grace. The story of Noah shows us that obedience in the face of ridicule can save lives. It teaches us that sometimes standing for what is right means standing alone. But most importantly, it shows that God always sees the faith of those who refuse to give up. When you choose to walk in his ways, he will guide you through any storm. So be like Noah, stand firm in your faith, obey his call, and trust in his unfailing promises. Thanks for watching.